This Thursday night football props edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you use the code SGPN.
Hey, this is Bill Romanowski. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Over. It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers. Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stuck in the money green with my partner of picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Tough day for Zay Jones.
Yeah,
Tough day for Zay Jones.
R.I.P. Zay Jones. But overall, one, Kramer, the Cardinals were your money line dog. Nice work by you. I hit your 2-1 on your locks. Money line dog hit the 3-team tees. Cardinals were the last leg of my tees. That was nice. And not bad on the props. I hit 2 touchdowns with Jacoby Brissett. I didn't get the 3, but I did get the Marvin Harrison over 57.5 receiving yards. That was, he had that in at like the first quarter.
I mean, once
the first
again,
drive almost.
We sit down at Saginaw's and what do I tell you? On the sheet, they had occasionally they'll have props for this Sunday or Monday night games early. And it's Marvin Harrison, 80 yards plus 250. What game are we playing here?
And it was so annoying because we tried to bet it Friday night after our show. And then unfortunately it was like during that period where they were switching from, I think they kind of expected Kyler, then they were switching to Brissett. They're like, oh, we'll repost it in the morning. Oh, we're going to be gone by then. So didn't actually get the paper ticket, but got in on that. Kramer hit the first TD, Marvin Harrison, and my CD Lamb under 83.5 receiving yards. He only had 85. So maybe there were some 85.5 people found as winners, and I got an incredible sweat on my DGen only parlay. I saw some people hit with different versions, but I had Marvin Harrison 80 plus receiving yards, Jacoby Brissett to get in the end zone, and then Cardinals laying the 13.5. So didn't get that last leg, which oftentimes happens, but I saw some people had 6.5. I saw some people had 9.5 at 50 to 1. So hats up to you if you dialed it back a little bit and got the cash. So congrats to those who tailed, but nice win for the Cardinals, Ryan.
Also, if you took the Marvin Harrison most yards that I threw out there plus 450, that came home. Yeah, I mean, look, just a tremendous little bit of a heater that I've gone on out, especially with the paper tickets. You don't know me. Most of the prop betting happens generally digitally to take advantage of getting the props in early, but I do like my sides to be paper tickets. So I will sacrifice line movement to have my paper tickets. I have a process. I get there's a marker involved. It's a whole thing. And I am just scorching hot right now with the paper tickets. 6-1 this week, 5-2 last week. I basically played my locks, dog, and the close your eyes specials this week.
It's a good week for the close your eyes special, helping us on that money line round robin that we discussed on VSiN and the pregame show. DJ Dan saying, should I call in and renounce my fanship of the Dallas Cuck Boys? Unfortunately, the call line is not open, DJ Dan, but it is bad times for the Dallas Cowboys, which just makes this all the more sweeter, Ryan.
I will say, Sean, there have been a couple requests for the post Monday night show to have the line open.
Oh, okay.
So perhaps in the future we should do Thursday night props and your calls.
Yeah, no, always enjoy hearing from the audience. Again, good reason to get in on the Discord. Ryan, you mentioned the requests, getting a lot of feedback on our discussion of the Even Money podcast. I'm here with the 2-time winner of the Westgate Super Contest, Ryan Real Money Kramer. Someone suggested we call our show the Plus Money Podcast, although almost all positive. People realize we enjoy busting balls here. One guy goes, I can't believe you would scoop so low to making fun of another show. What? Come on. Well, also hilarious. He said scoop so low, and then the other commenters on YouTube roasted him.
Yeah, I mean that's like the person who reaches out and tells me that, you know, having swear words in the show is bad for business, and I'm grabbing the remote control. And it's like, all right, you're just
grabbing the remote control.
You walked into the wrong bar, sir. This isn't your scene. Like,
we like cursing. We make fun of other shows, even if we listen to them and enjoy their work.
Also,
it's still fun to bust their chops of Ross Tucker talking like he's sedated.
There's 0% chance that you like our show and like I think you can listen to both of our shows,
Ryan.
But if you
Ryan, can I tell you about my door from West Shore home? I'm sitting
Free
here
plug,
enjoying a Labatt Blue, watching my door get installed. It is great. I love this door.
It's like a Family Guy character. It's so over the top. It's like out of Family Guy.
And they jammed so many ads in. I'm jealous of their model. So
now, Steve, with
Ryan, are you a tuckhead? Send in your proof of purchase, and I will kindly answer your question. Why not just answer their questions? I'll happily answer anyone's questions.
Sean, I sent over 100 DMs to people asking about quote gray market streaming services over the weekend.
Yes, our DMs
and one
are
person actually responded to me to go fuck myself, which I thought was weird. Anyway,
yes,
but yeah, I mean, I think if you're listening to Ross talk gambling and you're taking his words like seriously, you're probably not getting our show.
Well, also too, would you agree? I listen to the show, and again, he presents it as Fezzik is the gambling expert, which you can, certain people have critiques of his credentials, whatever. Not going to get into that.
I'm a Fezzik fan,
but yeah, I mean, Fezzik was doing it when we started. Ryan, they were one of the few people that had content. He's been around for a very long time. And I would say Ross, at least, he doesn't present himself as the expert. And I love listening to people talk about gambling. This is a big part of the reason why we started this network. I want to hear what Ryan has to say. I want to hear what our guests have to say about gambling. I like listening to other opinions. I don't always agree. I don't blindly tail stuff. To me, the fun part about gambling is coming up with your own opinion. I like listening to other guys. Sometimes I agree. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes, hey, that's a good angle, but I'm actually doing X, Y, or Z. So
I also think specifically with a guy like Fezzik, he kind of represents the opinion of a certain area. Like he represents a demographic of people. Yeah. He's kind of an information trader. The reason he's been successful all these years is he networks with the people who are in the know. And
you can bust his chops. He's happy to go back and but anytime we're running these contests, his name is up there. So
also meeting him in person, there is a certain this is one of those where it's like, okay, he has there is a charisma to him. You understand?
Ryan was seduced. Fezzik did come up and was a fan of Ryan.
Well, first of all, he did. It was pretty funny to hear Steve Fezzik, who's one of the people who essentially we were making fun of when we, not to pull back the curtain, when we created our names.
Sean stacking the money green.
And he opened with saying that he loved that aspect of the show. And I had this moment of it's
come full circle.
Do I explain to him the origin of this?
Yeah. I mean, Ryan Real Money Kramer and Sean stacking the money green. These were, we were making fun of touts by coming up with these names.
We knew we needed a tout name.
I don't like to explain the show too much, but
the guy with the negative review on Spotify, basically all the negative commenters need to have the explanation.
All right, Ryan, enough messing around. We are going to be joined by someone who is a extremely sharp handicapper.
Yeah.
The Mike Trout of SGPN. Although I guess you call
that's kind of
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, let's go with someone who's actually good. Or at least winner.
Shohei Ohtani.
Scott's a winner. I don't like you calling him Mike Trout.
Well, Shohei's a winner, and
Shohei's a winner.
He covers a ton of sports.
And he likes to gamble.
Yeah,
so it works perfectly.
Very joining us on the line from the Propcast, the NBA Gambling Podcast, WNBA Gambling Podcast just wrapped up. MLB Gambling Podcast just wrapped up. 5-tool handicapper himself, Scott Reichel. What's happening, Scott?
They're doing pretty well. Season's over, but I'm still repping. So it is what it is. Yeah, pretty good World Series for me. But I'm assuming you threw out Trout because he's an Eagles fan.
Yes. Any way to crowbar in the Eagles. I guess in my mind that was the default reference of a 5-tool player was Mike Trout back in the day. But now that Shohei
does he pitch?
No, obviously not. So Shohei kind of broke that. And as someone who is not a baseball fan at all, really, like not a diehard, at least I watch, this World Series was crazy. It was, I mean, not to be hyperbolic, but is this not one of the better World Series you've watched, Scott?
It definitely is. The argument is always going to be game by game versus the overall series.
Yeah.
Because, for example, if you want to throw in Warriors Cavs, people say that's the best finals of all time. Every game was horrible besides Game 7, and people don't really talk about it that much.
Yeah.
So I do think, once again, you could argue that the overall series itself, game by game, might not have been the best, but that might have been the best game of all time for Game 7. I mean, that game was insanely good. It checked every box, and I had Yamamoto World Series MVP. So
well done, Scott.
And that's what I was setting him up for.
Well done.
Scott was, you could tell Scott was sweating it out live because he goes, don't get cute here. Give it to Yamamoto. Yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, look at Will Smith. Will Smith, certainly you got to give it to Yamamoto because of the crazy turnaround and everything. But Will Smith did hit the go ahead home run in extra innings. He caught 18 innings in that crazy, Game 3. 10 times out of 10, Will Smith is probably getting the MVP, but Yamamoto certainly delivered it or deserved it. I don't know, Kramer, maybe this got on your radar, but the conspiracy theory of how Shohei actually knows English is somehow on my algorithm. And that,
what do you mean?
Well, the conspiracy theory is he pretended not to know English so that Ipe would take the fall. Again, conspiracy theory. And now there's clips of him when he was on MLB on Fox in the post game, and clearly his English seems to be better than he's leading on.
Although you said algorithm, I tweeted that. So I don't know if you're talking about me or not. I tweeted
you know what? I think I probably liked it, and then I see more of those Shohei because I didn't realize you had it, but I think other people I've seen it from them as well.
I think in general that would why wouldn't you pretend like you can't speak the language and have an interpreter?
100%. It can't hurt you.
It's deniability, right? If you learned anything from the mob.
Well, and also too, it's you have to learn English so you can get endorsement deals. What do you mean?
No, you don't.
That New Balance commercial runs nonstop of Shohei, and it's just him smiling and swinging a bat, and he's probably getting a ton of money, and he's probably getting a ton of endorsement deals from Japan. So this guy's doing all right.
You tell him to figure it out. He's not going to do your English.
Have you seen any of the videos of some people going through Japanese malls to see all of the Shohei advertisements they have in the building?
No.
He's on every single billboard for every single company inside the mall. So I'm sure he's doing quite well.
Good for him.
But yeah, the post I made was he was at Dodger Stadium today, thanking all the fans, saying, we're going to win again next year. And everyone's like, oh, his English looks pretty good. And then I tweeted out a photo of him talking to Cameron Brink from a couple months ago.
Yes.
That he knew English the entire time. But yeah, look, Ohtani at the end of the day, he's going to have so much money anyway, and he's going to get paid a lot when he's 85 years old because of the deferred payments, whatever it is.
He's circumventing taxes too. He's got a case open with that.
Yeah,
right?
he's getting sued by the California Franchise Tax Board, which I would not recommend.
No.
Again, doing battle with the
great people at the franchise.
Shout out to the Franchise Tax Board. No, but the state of California didn't really like his deferment plan of, hey, don't pay me now, pay me in 10 years when I'm done playing baseball and I move out of the state.
Is that an Ohtani problem though, or is that a Dodgers problem? Because I feel like suing Ohtani for doesn't really seem that fair. The Dodgers are the one who offered the contract, didn't they?
Yeah,
I think what they're saying is you have to pay taxes on the money while you're working and living here. He's saying I'm going to take this money later.
Yeah, technically though, he's not getting paid until 30 years down the road. So why should he pay that preemptively? That doesn't really seem like an Ohtani problem.
You know, I've read a couple like debates or like threads on the idea that sports teams need to just start paying the taxes. Like do what all the European teams do, like level the playing field, because you know, obviously with states
we always discuss it in free agency, right? Where Texas and Florida become a free agency destination because you don't have state income tax.
Benefits, yeah.
And then I think it's their argument is like when these players play games in Canada, their game checks are taxed by Canada because you're doing the work in Canada. Thus, we deserve a piece of that. So I don't know what the actual legal argument is. It'll be interesting to see if it plays out. But if it ends up working for him, I'm sure more players might want to do that.
Can Ohtani just hand in some free play as a form of taxation? Does that count?
Yes. We can you just credit my account?
Well, that's part of the deal, right? He's got a couple mil over at Chumash.
Yeah. I'll just take it in a marker, sir. It's 85 million. Yeah, I'll take a lot of markers. I don't know if you've seen this. Is the guy who was Ohtani's bookie and obviously a bookie of a bunch of other people.
I mean, not to quick aside. Guy seems like he's trying to make things a little bit more glorious than they were.
Well, he put out a book. He's doing a whole press tour. He is going to end up doing. How has he not
been whacked yet?
Well, because I don't know. He's going to do a year in jail, but he's been like promoting his book, and he also was very blatant with his bookmaking operation. And he said even before he officially got caught, the FBI raided his house. Basically took $1 million with like some sort of thing of, hey, we're using this for an investigation. He thought he got away scot-free and just continued being a bookie. Madness.
That's pretty bold.
Yeah.
That he didn't change his behavior at all.
Yeah.
Just said,
well, the whole ePay thing, I don't know, man. Maybe we'll get the full story. We certainly didn't get the full story.
But yeah, I mean, even hearing about how easily he was, according to him, how easily he was moving around hundreds of thousands of dollars. That feels like, I mean, this is a pretty crazy setup that he has.
I think he was pretty sloppy with it, and thus why
that's why
he got caught. All right, we're talking props Thursday night football. Of course, we're going to get into it. We're going to give out 3 of our favorite props, some first TDs, a DGen play, and of course, as always, shout out to mybookie.ag. Head over there, use the promo code SGPN, score 100% bet back bonus up to $500. Terms and condition apply on any of the bonuses. So there might be a rollover. Double check that before signing up. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Kramer, continue to just love the prop builder. A bunch of great options, and I don't want to blow up their spot, but I feel like years ago when they first offered it, it was not as competitive as it is now. Whether it's first touchdowns, whether it's the same game parlays, their numbers are way more competitive with other books than I think they were previous.
Well, I mean, I actually ended up getting a plus 1050 on the first touchdown for Harrison tonight at my bookie compared to. Yeah,
there was like 10 to 1, 9 to 1s in the other markets. So if you don't have a MyBookie account, it's always good to have more options. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Novig. Novig, available in a bunch of states. A great way to find some plus EV opportunities. You're just going to find some great prices available in a bunch of states. Highly recommend it. I've had a great experience using it. Spend $5, get $50 in bonuses when you use our promo code SGPN. So just download the Novig app today. Use our promo code SGPN and you'll be ready to rock and roll. That's Novig, promo code SGPN. Scott, we'll start with you here. What do you like as a prop for Thursday Night Football?
Sure. So for the first one, I'll go with Cortland Sutton. I'll take his longest catch over 21.5 yards at -115. He's gone over in 6 of the last 7 games. We know that he's the big play receiver for this team. You're looking at the Raiders, though, not good secondary-wise. Saw them struggle against the Jaguars defensively all game, basically, especially that second half. Our Raiders are allowing the 4th most receiving yards per game to opposing wide receivers. I like the spot. I think 21.5 is too low for Sutton. Doesn't really need many catches once again because he's going to be a big play guy that could easily get 1 for 30 at any point. But give me Sutton over 21.5 longest to -115.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think he's going to get Sutton involved. I'm playing a similar game script, similar flow here, just a little simpler, I guess. Bo Nix over 215.5 passing yards. He likes to carve up bad defenses, and I think this Raiders defense is not good. Last 3 games at home, Bo Nix 247 versus the Cowboys, 279 versus the Giants, 326 versus Cincinnati. Scott just had that good nugget about how bad they do against receivers. I think, yeah, I mean, besides Max Crosby, who else is really moving the needle defensively for the Raiders? Give me Bo Nix over 215.5 passing yards. Kramer?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly seems like the kind of game where you're just going to have Patrick Graham's defense is just going to have a bunch of short shit available. And so I'm actually going to play the bone. I looked at the yards. What scared me off was blowout scenarios.
It's true.
And so I played,
but even, yeah,
I played, he's on the same streak that you just laid out. He's gone 2, 4, and 2 in passing touchdowns. So I'm going to go over the 1.5 passing touchdown.
Yeah. I don't mind
-120.
I don't mind that. I think he could get some rushing touchdowns. We'll get to that when we talk some Degen prop action. But Scott, what's another prop you got here for Thursday night?
Yes, you mentioned rushing touchdowns. I'll go for Dobbins. I'll just go with the simple option. Starting running back, I'll take his touchdown at -115. You're looking at the Raiders, who've allowed 8 rushing touchdowns in their last 6 games. Broncos are also favored by a ton, favored by 9.5 points. Dobbins' rush attempts are set at 16.5. I see usage. I see a good game script. Dobbins hasn't really done much in terms of the red zone touchdowns recently, but I do think it's a good matchup for him. I think the Broncos should score against this bad defense, and I do think that -115 sounds pretty cheap when you consider all the other running backs they have not being that great. And we know Harvey had 2 carries for 5 yards against Houston last game. Dobbins gets most of the touches in the backfield, and I do think if the Broncos end up scoring 3+ touchdowns, I'll gamble on Dobbins getting at least one of them. So give me Dobbins touchdown at -115.
They do love to give it to Harvey around the red zone, but man, his usage is so strange. It's like Peyton has some weird bet on him or something because he doesn't get many touches, but they're all like critical touches. What he scored in 3 straight games.
Ryan, we didn't really discuss it a ton here, but obviously Chauncey Billups getting involved in the gambling scandal in the NBA. If you had to guess one NFL coach to be pinched, I could see kind of Sean Payton, especially considering how long he was down there in New Orleans. There's a little corruption floating around. He would be high on my list of potential coaches.
You're the man. Yeah, you are.
That video of him allegedly ripping a bong with some college kids. It really looked like him, but we don't know for sure. Scott, if you had to throw out one name of an NFL coach to get busted for gambling, who are you putting in there?
That's a good question. I got to think about that one. Based on what they've done this year in general, maybe Zach Taylor. I can see Zach Taylor being involved. A couple of questionable red zone plays over the years. The fact is, bet every over in their games and usually win. I think Taylor might be a sleeper choice out of those. Yeah,
Zach Taylor. They set some record for the first team. I forget what the exact time period was, but back-to-back games, putting up 38 points and losing both games. Just historic fashion.
I mean, it would be fair because also just there's a shot of him right after they score where he's just got this shit-eating grin on his face,
and then and
then they cut to him after the Bears score the Colston Loveland touchdown. And he just has this look of despair.
I actually just thought of another one, but I'll let you finish your point. McVay.
Oh,
hasn't he kicked multiple field goals with no time left just for the hell of it?
Yes. Yeah,
I got to mention McVay because it was like the game was over and he's still trying field goals, which just so happened to cover the spread. So McVay might be on that list.
And I liked him for it because I think I had the Rams, and it was kind of like the right decision to make. It was one of those, they were down 10 and they were getting 7.5 points. I think it was when Stafford was injured that year, and he kicked a field goal. They were down 2 scores, and it made sense where they were. Kick the field goal, then try the onside kick because you need 2 scores regardless. But he caught a lot of heat for not just going for the touchdown there. But if you need 2 scores, you kick the field goal.
Sean McVay's wife is from the Eastern Bloc region.
Oh, really?
Right?
Okay.
She's like Russian or Ukrainian or something.
Are you implying she was a mail order bride, Ryan?
No, I'm implying that maybe there's some maybe McVay's got some debts.
Yes,
to the wrong types of people. He's got to hey, take a dive here.
All right, Kramer, what do you got?
So I had Bo Nix passing touchdowns first. The second one will be, specifically if you break down where this Raiders defense is weak, I think it's going to be passing game to the running back and to the quote unquote number 2 receiver, or the non-alpha. So Cortland Sutton being the alpha, Troy Franklin has emerged as the other guy, the guy that's running the second most amount of routes. And so I'm taking over 3.5 receptions -110. I think it's going to be a lot of. I looked at Bo Nix, even like completion. It just feels like it's going to be a lot of short shit, a lot of like designed, very easy looks. Like we've discussed, the Raiders defense is going to be very tired. So the idea of hitting them with quick stuff over and making them tackle over and over again just feels like it's going to be one of those games. So Troy Franklin over 3.5 receptions, and Troy Franklin is clearly a big part of the offense. I think he has something like 30 targets over the last 3 games. This is a very low number to me.
Yeah, I think again why I like the yards is because I do think there could get some easy. They have those like deep, in routes.
Think there's going to be big plays.
I think those deep in routes with the play action. That's why I kind of like Scott's play as well. The longest catch for Sutton, because I can see. But maybe it is Franklin. I guess I didn't have as strong a read on who's it going to be. Certainly, I do think Sutton is going to get his at some point.
I think everyone could get theirs, but for Franklin to be 28 targets over the last 3 weeks, and at 3.5 receptions, seems easy. Scooping low or whatever you said. Even money bet.
Scoop so low.
Yeah, that's a plus money bet. They wouldn't.
That's a plus.
They wouldn't give this out. What they would give out is they'd give out 3.5 plus 105 that's no longer available.
Yeah, just to show you how sharp they
they're
are.
Very sharp.
For me, I like this. I like this Broncos defense in general, and Ashton Jeanty. I know he's come in with a lot of hype, and I think no fault of his own. This Raiders offensive line without Colton Miller, it's a real difference in their ability to create plays. And the Jags aren't even that great at run block or run defense, and they held him to 13 carries, 42 yards. For that, 6 for 21. I just think he's not really, unless it's an insane workload, and I don't think he's going to be able to get up to 20 carries because I think they're going to be playing from behind. So I'm taking Jeanty under 55.5 rushing yards. I just don't think he's going to break off any big plays, and I just don't imagine them. I think he's going to need like 15 to 20 carries to get this, and I just don't see him getting that game script wise. Scott, what's another prop you like here for Thursday night?
Yeah, so you mentioned the rushing yards for Jeanty. I'll stick with a similar thing with a different player. Give me Geno Smith, longest rush under 7.5 yards at -120. He's gone under in 4 straight games. Denver's also allowing the second fewest rushing yards per game to opposing quarterbacks. So even though they pressure the quarterback a lot, you might assume that could result in a scramble or two. Hasn't worked out that way so far this season. Once again, Denver, second fewest rushing yards allowed to quarterbacks. Geno under in 4 straight. I think that he's going to go under this again. The reason why I'm going with the longest rush instead is he might have a couple of scrambles for 4 or 5 yards apiece, but I don't see him getting to 8 on a scramble. I'll go for the under.
Now, this is interesting because I'm also looking to fade Geno on the rushing. I'm going Geno Smith under 10.5 rush yards total. Now this Denver's good against rushing quarterbacks in general. I like Scott's handicap last 4 games at 9 yards has been his highest. I don't think he's we have a dog in the studio that's a foster dog that decided to jump up on the control board there.
It's a pretty athletic move.
Yeah. If you're looking for a dog, hit us up. His name's Alf. He's cool. Scott, what talk me into either the under longest rush or under total rushing yards? Why did you choose under longest rush? Because I could see a case for both.
Because he's old.
Well, it was mostly based on the carries that he's had recently. For example, against the Jaguars this past week, he had 5 carries for 9 yards. So he didn't do anything with them, but he still had 5 attempts. Going through the games here, he has had 4+ attempts in 3 of the last 5 games. So it mostly was just me wanting to avoid a potential long run, which I think should happen. But is there a chance he ends up running 3-4 times and maybe gets 4 yards apiece? It's possible too. I don't mind the total rushing yards as well, but the amount of carries is higher than I thought. So I went with the longest rush under instead.
All right. Yeah. I'll switch to longest rush under 7.5. I think both are good to Scott's point, but him breaking one off, I don't see it. Like the linebackers play that pretty well, and you'd hate to have 5 carries for where he's averaging 2.5 yards each carry and he barely gets over. So that would be annoying. So I'm with you. Give me the under 7.5 longest. Cause again, if he goes over that, he's probably going over the total anyway.
I mean, Jackson Dart had 5 for 11 scrambling against this team and had a 9-yard scramble. I mean, younger athletic guy, Geno Smith, old guy.
So cash the Jackson Dart reference. If you thought a Thursday night props show would get out, now even that Brian somehow turned it positive.
Yeah,
even though it was Jackson Dart 5 for 11. Now what they end up winning that game against the Broncos, right?
No. Okay. I was using it as a benchmark as to why it was a good angle you had. But if you want to mock your own angle, that's fine. It's a weird thing to do.
All right, Kramer. So I've given out. Let's see. I've given out my 3. I feel like you owe us one more prop.
Yeah, it's not out yet, but it's RJ Harvey receiving yards.
Okay.
Like I said, I think it's a good matchup. I think we saw it last week against the defense that is going to encourage checkdowns. He had 5 catches on 5 targets for 51 yards. So I would expect this number to be somewhere in the 20 to 24 range, going over.
All right. Yeah. I mean, this anything that requires effort from this Raiders defense is going to be brutal because they played that whole entire extra quarter on the road, and now they got to go on the road to elevation.
It's just going to be one of those games. You're going to see like a lot of motion, tackling. A lot of play action where Bo Nix rolls out and has an easy pass down the field to one of the receivers of the tight end. A lot of running back. It's going to be a lot of first read not there. Check it down to the running back because Patrick Graham will just kind of sit back. Yeah, we've seen this before. It's going to be a Thursday. I don't want to tease, but it's going to be it's going to be a gross Thursday night game.
Oh, really?
Potentially in the range. In my simulations, I've only run 1,000 of them, Sean, but I'd say low scoring gross game. It very much in the range of outcomes.
Yeah, no. Well,
Bo Nix in that offense can look like ass for long periods of time, and then wake up.
But against bad, and even to your point, like against the Bengals, they only put up 28 points. Which now that we see this Bengals defense, kind of isn't a great run. Like they'll have moments where they'll look good, but then they'll have, even against bad defenses. The only time I'm really interested in playing the ceiling case is bad defenses at home, and especially this particular defense at home because of the situation. So Thursday night football. All right, let's put together a little Underdog entry. Of course, Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN, $5, and it turns into $100 bonus bucks when you use the promo code SGPN. Scott, we'll start with you. What is again? We were talking props. Now we're talking fantasy projections.
Yeah. Switch up. Use the left side of your right brain, left brain. I forget which one it is.
What is an entry you'd like to toss in here?
Yeah, so I'll go for the Sutton longest reception, higher 21.5 yards as my fantasy projection.
Oh wow, nice.
Yes, this is good because
that's right. It's crazy. That's similar, very similar to.
Now Underdog has it 21.5. We still like this though, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course. That's what he.
Yeah, I gave out 21.5.
Yeah,
I thought you said 20.5.
Jeez.
I misheard.
21.5.
I apologize, Scott. That was very rude.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Sean's distracted by the dog in the studio.
Don't embarrass me in front of Scott, Ryan. Shout out to if you're looking for a dog, hit us up. Good promo for the Underdog entry.
Yeah, we got a dog in the
Underdog raid. Kramer, what are you bringing to the table?
Well, I didn't actually check to see if Underdog had anything. So Underdog. Oh my God, 12.5 receiving yards is the number.
Really?
So update what I said earlier. I'll edit that in post. Smash the over 12.5 receiving yards for RJ Harvey.
Okay, like it.
That's what we're gonna.
So you got Cortland Sutton higher 21.5 longest reception. RJ Harvey higher 12.5 receiving yards.
You need to play a Raider.
Yeah, which I'm fine.
Okay.
Now they have Ginty's number on Underdog is at 52.5. I saw some 55.5s in the market.
You feel that's a little low?
I do. I mean, I don't know. It's.
What about your Geno angle?
It's 3 yards, but I do think it might.
What's Geno interception on Underdog? Is it how unspicy is it? Well, they don't have it. Those cowards.
They know. Yeah, I mean.
No, here it is. Got it.
See it?
It's point. Yeah, it's not that bad. We can throw this in there.
Okay, let me see.
So if we use it with the other two that you mentioned, 5.32x spicy without a boost.
Now I feel like I never hit the interceptions.
Okay.
I like.
So you know what happened last week when I gave out Geno Smith interception?
Yeah.
Cash Geno Smith interception.
Yeah. Scott, what would you rather? Geno Smith higher interception. Geno Smith. Let's see. Do they have his longest rush in here?
They have everything.
Do we go longest rush lower 7.5 or Geno Smith higher half INT? Scott, I'll let you be the final decider.
I don't want to jinx anything, but it does feel like Geno interception is a free space.
Okay, there you go. That's all I needed to hear. All right, so all these put together, $100 entry returns you $532 over on Underdog Fantasy, and of course, use the promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm, your home for picks, props, sides, totals. They got it all. I'll tell you a play they like for Thursday night that I was looking at is Brock Bowers under 5.5 receptions, which sounds a little crazy to fade him coming off that game, but his 3 previous games, he only had 4 or 5 receptions. The Broncos are pretty good to the tight end. So 6 catches for a tight end is a lot. Now
he's different though.
I would maybe worry a little about game script, but this Raiders offense is pretty bad. Again, highly recommend getting Rhythm going, and of course you can build your own models and see what you come up with, or you can just tail Underdog and their picks and props, and of course use that promo code SGPN25, get you 25% off when you download the app. Promo code SGPN. All right, Scott, let's talk first touchdown. What do you got to play multiple plays? What do you like for the first touchdown market?
Yeah, so I'm going to go with a bolder play instead of going for pure chalk. We've been talking about it, especially over the last couple of minutes. I'm going to just go all in with it. Give me Broncos defense and special teams 22-1.
Yes, let's go.
Okay. I love that play, Scott.
Kramer, what are you doing?
I have defense only at 27-1. FYI.
I like the defensive
thoughts?
special teams, and I'm gonna just play 2 first touchdowns. I'm gonna do what Scott gave out, the Broncos defense and special teams.
Oh, you want the special teams?
Yeah, because I think you want to talk about tired guys on a short week. At elevation, a kick return, a punt return. If you're coming off this short week and you're gassed, I think that helps you even more. So Broncos defense and special teams 22-1, and then just Bo Nix 13-1. The Raiders stuff is just not interesting to me.
The prices are pretty meh.
Yeah, Brock Bowers is 10-1, and then a lot of these other guys I just don't see getting into the end zone. So I'm keeping it simple. Bo Nix and the Broncos defense.
So you're only playing 2
first touchdowns. Yep.
Okay.
Kramer, what are you doing? Well,
I mentioned I'm playing the defense only for Denver at 27-1. I'm also playing the defense for the Raiders. I mean, I still have seen a number of, like I said, there are stretches in the game, and lately, often early in the game, where Bo Nix and this offense, they don't look like they're totally in sync. And honestly, Bo Nix, when running, not a good accurate passer of the football. And so I'm playing 50-1 for the Vegas stood out to me as the wrong price. You also have the Max Crosby effect, and he's kind of been ramping it up. I'm also for the Raiders going to go off the reservation a little bit and play Tyler Lockett.
Okay.
Read some stuff this week, kind of expecting that they're going to dust him off. He's 40-1. There's some history there. Geno's played with him.
Okay. They brought him in for a reason, right?
And on top of that, wasn't he the target on the 2-point conversion play that didn't work out?
Might be accurate.
The ball got batted at the line of scrimmage, but I'm pretty sure Lockett was the
Pete Carroll looks so pissed.
Yeah, and also like I think between now and the game, do we expect Jacoby Myers to get dealt? I guess something to pay attention to. I keep hearing more. I read another thing about this, like a reset button being hit.
Ryan, you didn't even congratulate the Eagles on trading for Jalen Phillips.
That's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can. I mean, he seems to be on the field half the time. That's nice.
That's all they need.
And then I am playing the one chalky play I'm playing is Troy Franklin at 9-1. The Broncos prices
he has
are
an
ridiculous.
Insane amount of red zone targets.
But yeah, he's dominating the pass catchers and red zone opportunities, and I just clearly him and Bo Nix have something. They have 28 targets over the last 3 weeks, and like I said, he's dominating the team in red zone opportunities. 5 over the last 2 weeks, 11 on the season. That's good for double anyone else in terms of pass catchers. So Vegas defense 50-1, Denver defense 27-1, Lockett 40-1, Troy Franklin 9-1.
All righty, Scott. Let's talk Degen only parlays, and of course, here we go.
You know I'm a degenerate.
Scott, what do you got for a Degen parlay? And Scott asked, "How Degen do we go?" I'll be giving out 2 versions of mine, depending on how Degen you want to go.
I'll do the same thing.
Okay,
So, yeah.
What do you got, Scott?
So the regular version, I am going to go back to the Geno interception play, and I'll double down on this. I agree with Kramer that I think the game's going to be disgusting. So I have Geno interception with Broncos defense special teams touchdown with the under 42.5, and that's plus 2,000. Now, if you wanted to spice it up a little bit more, you take those 3 picks, you add Sutton touchdown 75-1.
Oh, dog. Now we're talking 75-1. My needle's moving on that one. Nice work, Scott. So for my Degen parlay, we just saw this Raiders team give up 2 rushing touchdowns to the quarterback. Could they do it again with Bo Nix? Yeah, Bo Nix already has a 2 rushing touchdown game at home against a team that likes to give up rushing touchdowns to the quarterback. So let's start there. Bo Nix 2 touchdowns, 27-1. That's its own play. And then the Degen aspect of it is Bo Nix 2 touchdowns and the Denver defense gets in the end zone. That one is 145-1, Ryan.
Oh my God.
Can you top that?
No.
Okay. What do you got?
No touchdown. 100-1.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna play a rare 5 play first touchdown card this week because I want to have there's something about this game that feels no touchdown.
Well, you know what it is I think there was.
I know I played Bo Nix over 1.5 passing touchdowns, but I need some insurance on this one.
I think it was 2022. There was a Thursday night game in Denver.
Elevation,
very ugly. That got a 0 touchdown. That even went to overtime. Right? Am I crazy?
You might be right. So yeah, we're just gonna, a little bit of a cop out Degen play here. I don't love. I'll be honest. I don't love this game in general. I think the more that I thought about it, the more it was going to be kind of a gross game. Maybe Denver moves the ball, but it turns into field goals, not touchdowns. Yeah.
I mean, these
Vegas
Thursday nights can, but on the other side too, they can get out of control. Like if Denver gets out to like a 14-0 lead and this Raiders defense just hits a wall and the offense just keeps going 3 and out,
Peyton
like they did
will
against
run that shit up too. Probably I'm sure he hates Chip Kelly. Well, Chip Kelly and Pete Carroll for some reason.
And Trevor's saying we're due for a true Thursday night football game. Yeah,
we haven't had one yet, too. Yeah, that's a great point.
I mean, we've had. like a true turd fest.
Yeah, Thursday night, complete like. I mean, 9-3 thriller.
Yeah, that Ravens Dolphins game was kind of boring, but at least it started out. There was some back and forth, and at least there was some scoring. And that Browns Bengals Bengals Steelers. It keeps throwing me off that Joe Flacco changed teams. The Bengals Steelers a couple weeks back was actually pretty awesome. So I don't think we can get that kind of pace, but certainly would be fun to watch. Scott, thanks for calling in, man. Appreciate all the work you do for the network. What shows you got coming up this week?
Yeah, so we have a couple of Propcast episodes. On Thursday, we're doing NBA and NHL. Then Friday, we're going to do the actual Sunday games, and then we'll get into the Monday night games next Monday morning. Besides that, still doing NBA. So check out the NBA Gambling Podcast and tennis. So season's almost over. Still doing tennis solo. So once again, bunch of shows. Check it out.
I got to start tailing the hockey props.
Yeah, hockey props look fun. I don't know shit about hockey, but again, check out the Hockey Gambling.
They seem
podcast.
Like they've been hot.
And check out the Propcast because they're giving out bonus props. Obviously in hockey. Scott, we're taping this. What is this, Monday night? What any NBA plays jumping out at you on your card for tomorrow?
I still have to look at the card, to be honest with you.
Maybe I'll copy. All right.
No, see, Sean
I was looking for some free help over here.
Sean was just trying to get some action.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
You know I'm a degenerate.
Good times as always, and hey, download the SGPN app where you can get all of Scott's podcast episodes and all the podcast episodes. Every podcast we have on our network, Ryan, we have a bunch. Hockey, college basketball is back. Check out the College Basketball Experience, YouTube, the SGPN app. All our picks pages are completely free, all in a free app. What more could you ask for? Download the SGPN app wherever you get your apps. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Green. He's Ryan.
SGPN, where the S stands for Scott.
Kramer, let it ride.